thought it'd be worth doing a video on weapons or whatever your gear you should stock up on before a potential ban. There's a good Iraq veteran 8888 video on YouTube where he where they talked about like guns or magazines and all that you should get in America if there's a potential gun ban. So I thought that's a good idea for a video to do stuff you should get over here before a potential ban on any of this kind of stuff. As I said, this is a worst case scenario, so the reality is maybe none of these bans would happen, or only on a couple of the items, but I just thought I'd put some stuff here that's worth getting before they actually ban it. We'll start off with the Crossbow, as I think this is potentially the highest level of something that could get banned, or like the most likely to get banned. So crossbows shoot metal bolts or plastic bolts, whatever. This is a £120 crossbow, and you can get crossbows that go up to something like £225 I've seen for sale. Now crossbows are relatively easy to use, and the bolts from a crossbow can travel very far and penetrate stuff at very long distances. So essentially, even I think a £120 crossbow like this would actually outrange a shotgun just using birdshot or maybe even buckshot. And we have had a couple of murders related with crossbows, so they could potentially find a reason to ban it. And I'd say probably from everything I own, weapon-wise, a crossbow is the sort of most dangerous unregulated weapon. Next we have the air rifle. Now I don't really think air rifles are going to be banned because I think there'd be too much sort of complaining about it, but then again they banned all of the self-loading rifles and people didn't complain enough. So this is a 2.2 air rifle. You also get air rifles in 1.77 and a couple of other calibers, but those two are the most common. Air rifles are really useful because the ammo is really cheap. It teaches you how to operate a firearm, although an air rifle isn't actually a firearm, but it teaches you basically sort of gun, aiming, you know, squeezing the trigger, not pulling it, using a scope or sights or whatever. And you can legally hunt with one, so in a worst case scenario you can be hunting for your own food with it. And obviously without rule of law situation you could be doing that with a crossbow, but crossbow hunting is actually illegal. But as for the air rifle, see, if you have one before they get banned and you can potentially keep hold of it, an air rifle is a very useful piece of kit. Next we have body armour. This is an old flak jacket, but basically when I say body armour I mean any sort of stab proof flak jacket, Kevlar, bulletproof, whatever. And I've actually seen a picture of one of the Australian states, I think it might be Queensland but I'm not too sure, and body armour is actually a banned thing there because it's considered a weapon, and there is no way body armour is a weapon. It's obviously there to protect you, and I guess their idea of that is it somehow protects a criminal from the police, but it's only just protecting somebody, so I really don't see how anybody in their right mind can consider this a weapon. This type of thing will protect you from light stabbing attacks, air rifle pellets, blunt force. Some body armour's better, some aren't. Some will protect you from bullets, this won't, but in general it's a very good thing to have before a ban because obviously it can protect you and could save your life. And we have a combat style knife or a survival style knife, and I think it'd be pretty much impossible for them to ban knives altogether because obviously the impracticalities of it. It wouldn't surprise me if a ban tries to come about on sort of these combat style knives that nobody would ever need to actually own. Obviously they're very useful survival tools because you can, you know, obviously skin an animal with it, cut wood, cut rope, all that sort of stuff. And that's one of the reasons why you should probably get one in case they ever try and ban these sort of things. And then last of all we have a respirator or gas mask, because obviously this can protect you from tear gas or other sorts of actual chemical weapons if you've got a new enough filter on it and the mask's good enough. And that's why obviously these could save your life. These masks will just make a hard time a lot easier if there's tear gas and everything. And obviously that's why they could potentially be banned if a government decided they didn't like the idea of people protecting themselves from tear gas or whatever. So I'd say make sure you get a respirator in case of a ban and a lot of spare filters for it. Well, thanks for watching, hope that's been slightly interesting. I haven't included things like regular bows or slingshots or whatever, or certain kinds of knives or machetes, because I think with some things it's either a ban would be too impractical and wouldn't last, or that if they were banned you could very easily make your own or get somebody to make one for you. So I'm more covering the sort of harder to make or tools I think are far more likely to get banned.